Let's of course talk about time travel. Yo, we're back with another video, and this time it is Average Joe. Alan Watts freestyle. Now this was sent to me by Average Joe himself. Average Joe jumped to my comments, was like, hey, I would like you to react to one of my freestyles. I said, hey, I'm gonna react to one of your freestyles. So this is Alan Watts freestyle by Average Joe. Shout out to Average Joe for sending this through. If you've got any recommendations, suggestions, send them through and I see what I can do. If you are an artist, performer, comedian, any kind of content creator with videos and stuff like that, if you want me to react to something that you've done, send it through, and send it through and we'll see what's up. But remember to like, share, subscribe, all that, because we're about to do this 10, yeah, get me, fam. But this is Alan Watts freestyle. Alan Watts, is that a video game character? No. What was that on my finger? Alan Wake. No, that's Alan Wake's a video game character. Who's Alan Watts? I don't know who Alan Watts is. So maybe we're about to find out who Alan Watts is. It's not the video game character. That is somebody else. That much we do know. So we can narrow it down to not a video game character for the moment. But let's see if we could figure out who Alan Watts is and what this freestyle is about.
It didn't begin in the past. There was no past. You never find it there. Things are not explained by the past. They're explained by what happens now.
Things aren't explained by the past. They explain what happens now. Yeah. See, I don't think I could agree with that particular statement. I think everything that's happening now could be explained by things that have happened before. Now, that being said, you can't live in the past. Of course, you've got to be in the moment and proceed as we are in our present day lives. But to understand where you are, you need to know where you're coming from. So yeah, I don't know where this is recorded from, but I'ma say, yeah, nah, I don't think so.
Creates the past, and it begins here.
Unless of course you talk about time travel, then that's a whole different thing. Because if you talk about time travel, then you've got to consider that the past isn't really the past; it's actually the present, because it's still happening at the time that it's happening, and then the future is the past, really, because that's already happened. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. We don't need to get into that right now. Time traveling mad scientists experiments with ancient hieroglyphics. Yeah, done though. Alright, here we go. Okay, first thing, it is actually very, very low. And yeah, my volume is up. That is actually recorded quite low, so it's difficult to hear what Mr. Average Joe is saying. But let's try and get it. So from what I can get, I mean, I like the flow. I think it's got a really cool flow. I can't really pick out all the words. I heard something about hitting women. Hopefully that was don't hit women. Don't hit anybody, right? But I couldn't quite pick out what the statement was. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the rhythm, I think you got a really cool rhythm. I think you got a really cool just flow with the words. So that's something at least. But as far as what you're actually saying goes, yeah, you might want to turn the recording up a little bit. It's quite low. Hopefully one day I can fall apart to piss, and that bit I did hear. So I guess there's something about coming up through poverty or lower income and trying to better yourself, which, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll say better yourself, actually, because I don't know if that's the best way to put it. Bettering yourself doesn't necessarily mean having more money. Bettering yourself can mean a lot of things. A rich person isn't better than a poor person, but I guess even myself included, we kind of fall to these kind of societal ideas of what success is, when success is really what you make it and not necessarily what other people tell you it is. So yes, if you are in a situation where you don't have a lot of money and you can't afford a pot to piss in, ideally you want to get to a point where you can actually have a pot to piss in. I understand that. But at the same time, I think it's important to also understand that just because you don't have a lot of money, that doesn't mean you're not doing okay. I think everything's in perspective, and everything has to be kind of taken in as it is, understanding where you are, what it means where you are, and what it means to move out of where you are. So there's a whole load of situations that just because it's not, say, the ideal or the typical idea of what people define as being successful or whatever is in society, that doesn't mean that you're not doing well or that you're not doing great even. But yeah, it's just trying to figure out what it is that the situation you're in is trying to tell you. Because I feel like every situation we're in is there to serve some kind of purpose in our lives. It's there to either teach us something or to open our eyes to something, and you don't get that if you're not in that situation. So figuring out why you are here and then why you need to come out of that, I think that's kind of important as well. But that might not be what you were talking about at all. Like I say, it's difficult to hear what you're saying. I'm kind of guessing a little bit, but there you go. There's my rant on a statement, on a words that I heard that could have meant something completely different. But let's carry on, shall we?
If you can create art, that's a God-given blessing. Do it till you're dead or rest, you regret it. That's why I'm not stressing. If you mock.
By the way, I'm kind of assuming this is filmed at your place of residence, and if you don't have a pot to piss in, then what, you break into somebody's house or something? Because I mean, you can't see the house now, but that's a gate, and typically you don't have gates on properties that don't have pots to piss in. Like if you have a gate like that, the house behind that gate is usually pretty large. You know what I mean? You're talking like mansion, at least near mansion style houses. Like I think you have a pot to piss in if this is your house. Or maybe you don't have a pot, you actually have a toilet. So maybe that was just being literal. You don't have a pot to piss in, but you have toilets, because why would you piss in a pot if you have a toilet? I'm sure you have a place where you can urinate if you live in that house, or you broke into somebody's house and just filmed for like, what, 3 minutes? And recording your voiceovers. Somebody's like, just let me just put my camera on somebody's house before they even notice I'm here, then run out real quick. Had a hard life, but so does everybody. Okay. You know what? I think there's truth to that. I think everybody has it tough. We just have it tough in different ways, and I think that's an important thing to remember as well, because it's you always hear a lot about, oh, these people have it easy, I have it so much harder than you. I think we all face different obstacles in life, and I might look at your situation and think you've got it easy because maybe what you're going through might be easy for me. But reverse is true as well. What I'm going through might be easy for you, because we have different levels of what we're used to, different levels of what we can handle, different levels of the things that we could do. So I might look at your situation and say it's easy, but for you it might be, actually, this is extremely difficult for me. And you might look at my situation and think, oh, you've got it easy, but for me it's actually really difficult. So I think we all have it tough. We all, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, whether you're this, whether you're that, everybody faces some kind of obstacle throughout their life. The only people who don't face obstacles are the people who don't do anything. If you literally just spend your life not doing anything, then you will not face any obstacles. But anybody who tries to do anything in this world will face some kind of obstacle along the way, and it may not be the same obstacle that everybody else faces, but you'd always face some kind of obstacle, and depending on your fortitude and what you're used to and this, that and the other is going to determine how easy these obstacles are for you to navigate. But I think when we look at other people's situations and think, oh, they've got it so easy, they didn't have to go through the things that I went through, you have to remember that everybody sees things differently as well. Everybody has different life experiences and different points of reference as well. So just because you might think what they're going through is easy, to that person going through it, it might be really hard for them. So yeah, be kind.
I don't want to be just a mess, but listen, look after yourself, physical and your mental health. I hope I see you again, but
so that's about physical and mental health. Let me come up a little bit.
Listen, look after yourself, physical and
Okay, look after yourself. Yeah. Physical, yeah, you got to look after your physical health. I think when we talk about being healthy, well, it's probably a bit different now. I think when we talk about being healthy these days, a lot of people do include mental health in that. Back in the day, though, you'd just be talking about your physical health. But yeah, your mental health is important, your physical health is important, your spiritual health is important as well. I feel like there's 3 tenets of health. That's physical, spiritual, and mental, and you've got to take care of all 3 of them. If one of them is lacking, the other 2 have to work harder to keep up, and that can be difficult. So you've got to make sure all areas are taken care of, your physical, mental, and spiritual health all being taken care of, to be healthy, so yeah, big up to that.
again, but by then I hope you get well.
Alright, cool. That was Alan Watts' Freestyle by Average Joe. I don't think we found out who Alan Watts is during that freestyle, to be honest with you. But then again, it was very difficult to hear, so perhaps he did mention who Alan Watts is, and I just couldn't hear it properly. So, yeah, but you know what? Yeah, like I say, I like the flow, I like the rhythm, I like how it just kind of goes in. I like how you got the clips. I don't know where they're from, but I think those clips you used with the guy speaking, that kind of went very nicely with it as well. But yeah, it was just really, really low, dude. It was really really low and difficult to hear what you're saying. So that's my one criticism of this whole thing. It was just really difficult to hear, but I did manage to pick out a few words and phrases here and there. But maybe I got the context, maybe I didn't. Maybe the stuff that I kind of rambled about had absolutely nothing to do with what you were talking about. That's always a possibility, just anyway, to be honest. But yeah, it was alright. It was alright. But then again, maybe I'm saying that, and this is just your style, and you like to have it so that your voice is drowned out by the music. Maybe that's exactly what you're going for, and if so, carry on, I suppose. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it. Appreciate you sending that through. Let me know what you think of that. If you thought it was a cool freestyle, if you thought that was the sickest freestyle you've ever kind of heard, let me know. If you got any suggestions, recommendations, send through. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all of that. But yeah, until whenever, if ever, peace.